We have had a live example of a lot of those downs, right? Like in real time, we're watching, I call it The Truman Show. And for everybody listening to your podcast, if you're not familiar with The Truman Show, it's a Jim Carrey movie, but basically, you know, people's lives, it's the movie, right? We're watching real life movies every single day. And you're watching people make mistakes, recover from mistakes, not recover from mistakes, make rights instead of lefts instead of rights. And seeing that, we choose to ignore it as if it's not real life.
Yeah.
We choose to ignore it.
Because it feels like it's TV.
And the biggest drug, it's not cocaine, it's not heroin, it's not Molly, but being wrong sometimes comes with a world of situation, the world of opportunity, right? If you constantly around bad apples and you hungry and people keep saying, don't eat these apples, some people are going to be able to hold off. But you do have some people that are going to pick up that apple and bite it. It's not right. It's not something that's justifiable to some. What's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to eat it and then what? I'll probably be sick for a second and I'll throw up and then I'll be fine. Seeing what drugs did to you and you talking and telling the stories, what you lost, what you had, what you don't. Well, I don't want to do that. Okay, you know what? I'm going to embrace my father. I'm going to embrace this imperfect human being because I'll be damned if he's not positioning me for personal success in just understanding what I should and shouldn't do. And it seems so logical. It seems like common sense, but sometimes it's not that easy. Trust your level of understanding, opinion, and story in the highest regard, that even though we don't share the same love for genre material, whatever you want to call it, right? Like whether it's sci-fi to drama to action, like these are all, like you said, different people. But you know story, you know character. I trust that you'll be able to watch my project, tell me if my characters are easy to track and if you care. And if you don't care, I also trust that you'll be able to tell me why you felt you didn't. I also feel that in the space of solution, you're not going to throw things at me that are not doable. You're going to know the context of what I have that I'm working with, what's left on the cutting room floor, what I can possibly do to do reshoots. Everything that you're going to tell me is within regards of having my best interests. That's confidence, responsibilities in order. Because if that had have been, there would have been a lot of people with their hands up as to what, how, when. Fame is great. The lights are great. Kevin Hart, number one. I was in that room with my goddamn wife, my brother, my kids. You look around, you got a lot of friends. You got a lot of people that love you. But then you start to, well, what really matters? I'm constantly talking to myself. I have these conversations all the time. That's the beauty of taking my little runs. The beauty of working out, being in the gym. You talk to yourself. You better talk to yourself. You better have conversations. Figure out a yin and yang of good and bad. For me, it was about personal evolvement after that accident. And still trying, man. It's the biggest battle. It's the biggest battle is just doing right all the time. That's his reward for giving his energy to something positive and life-changing was his son becoming successful and his son saying, Dad, it's not expected. That wasn't the plan. You got a great piece of light at the end of that dark tunnel that you didn't expect, that I didn't expect, because I didn't expect to be here. So everything it works itself out.
Yeah.
And, and losing my dad is when you look back and you go, yo, he was all right. Right? Like my reflection, my conversation, my words when I speak on behalf of my father, they're so positive and dope because he did good. I'm all right. I came out okay. Mom, Dad, you did good. Like whatever. Now, I've been fortunate and blessed enough to have a ton of them, but I got to a place where the win was attached to the project. The win was attached to me finishing a movie and being happy about the movie that I did. Union workers are happy, and a director coming out with the finished piece of the product going, you're gonna like this, and we see it and we actually like it, and then we screen it for fans, and fans go, we loved. That's the win.
Yeah.
That's the win. This other thing that I'm trying to control, Kev, stop. You can't control that. And if you keep on going in the direction that you're going in, if and when that thing changes, you're gonna be some of the ones from over here, from mom and dad. Okay, that's life.
Of course.
I'm gonna figure it out, but I figure it out without the want or need for problem.
That's real, man. I mean, listening to you say that, what I appreciate so much is about how you're changing our perspective again, that often we feel to heal, what was broken needs to be fixed. And actually what you've just said is seeing him try with the grandkids, that's not even the area that needed fixing or was broken, but seeing that starts to create.
That's when my mindset started to change. That's when you go, okay, my approach to just me and working on me, it needs to be different. I've contradicted myself a lot since, I want to slow down. I'm going to make sure I give my family more time. I have. That doesn't mean that there can't be more. The day-to-day battle of, am I giving enough? Guys, you know how much dad loves you. I'm here. I'm always working to make sure I do more. But is it enough? Am I a workaholic? If that were to happen, well, what am I? Where am I? It's all gonna center back to, are you happy with who you are and what you did? Are you at a point where you are okay? Do you know you, and are you okay with you? If you are not, it'll break you.
Your energy is incredible, and
if
just
you can't handle this thing, the consequences attached to when that thing is removed are severe. Nobody prepares you for the world of fame. There is no handbook. There is no outline. There is no guide by guide. Step 1 to step 10. There's nothing. You get it, and yesterday you weren't, and today you are.
And tomorrow you're not.
Oh, well, no, we're done. People get shell-shocked. That, to me, has always been the point of no return. At the end of the day, this can wear off if and when, however sees or decides, and if that were to happen, well, what am I? Okay, where am I? That's not a bad thing, because you love to work. Yes, you do. That's a passion. You got something that you go after every day. That is a driving source for me. I'm not in the business of letting that go. But, boy, you better put your hands on these people and make sure. You better make sure that you are giving the time that you said you would when you were in that time of solace. Okay, all right. I'm constantly talking to myself. I have these conversations all the time. That's the beauty of taking my little runs, the beauty of working out, being in the gym.